Hare Krishna. Devotees, Hare Krishna. It is our sector to sing, and one devotee is already singing. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry. Gaurava Karna Prabhu is singing.
Do they sing after me, or I only sing? They sing after me, maybe.
No, only you sing because of the Zoom, na? It's
okay.
Or maybe one person can repeat. One person can.
Okay. Jaya Gauranita, 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 Gauranita. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tavayavatara Moshama Patita Prabhu Napaibeara Aha Prabhu Nitananda Premananda Shukhi Kripa Bala Tanakaro আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোসাই তব কৃপা বলে পায় চৈতন্য নিতাই আহা স্বরূপ সনাতন রূপ রঘুনাথ Bata Juga Shri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanata Daya Karo Shri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangamagi Narottam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsare Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Goranitai, 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 Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Jaya Gornitai, 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 Jaya Gornitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shall I continue, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Pallavi, can you start?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, start.
Yes, Mataji, I'll sing. Yashomati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagara Bora Bamsi Badan Suvasa Rajana Palana Ashrakula Nashana Brajajana Palana Ashrakula Nashana Nanda Godanora Kuvala Govinda Madhava Navnita Tashkara Govinda Madhava Navnita Tashkara Sundara Nanda Gopala Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Basanahara Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Basanahara Rasa Rasika Kripa Moya Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natabara Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natabara Bhakti Vinoda Shraya Yashomati Nandana Braja Barunagara Yashomati Nandana Braja Barunagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana. Yes, Mataji, thanks. Hello, Hare Krishna.
Milan Mataji, Hare Krishna. Milan Mataji, can you start? Guru.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bandhu Moi Savadhana Mate Bandhu Moi Savadhana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhavatariya Jai Jahara Prasade कृष्ण प्राप्ति হয় যাহা হইতে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় যাহা হইতে গুরু মুখ পদ্ম বাক্য চিত্ত করিয়া গুরু মুখ পদ্ম বাক্য চিত্ত করিয়া আরনা করিয়া মনে আশা আরনা করিয়া মনে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি এই সে উত্তম গতি শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি গতি এই সে উত্তম গতি এ প্রসাদ পুরে সর্বে আশা এ প্রসাদ পুরে সর্ব আশা চক্ষুদান লীল এই জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সেই দিব্য জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিত প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে বেদে গায়ে যাহার চরিত শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনর বন্ধু শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জনর বন্ধু লোকে নাথ লোকর জীবন হাহা প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মরে পদ ছায়া হাহা প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মরে পদ ছায়া এবে সগু সুখ ত্রিভুবন এবে সগু সুখ ত্রিভুবন শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ পতিত পাবন হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে নমো বিষ্ণু পদায় কৃষ্ণ পৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তি বেদান্ত स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय गुरु महाराज की जय। हरे कृष्ण माता जी धन्यवाद।
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we thank you devotees. Now we go to the next part of the program, which is the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today I'm going to do the Gaura Bhagavat with PowerPoint presentations. Mansi, I hope can share.
Mataji, which one first? Gauranga or the other one?
Yeah, Gauranga.
Okay, Mataji, just a moment.
Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Dvaita Sri Krishna. So actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent incarnation. And actually, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is mentioned that Vyasadeva is going to write about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Bhagavatam, the Gaura Bhagavat. So, because it just happened very soon, I mean, hardly how many, 500 and odd years. So, it's going to be included. And that is how important Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. So, in our lives, and we can. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I mean, Krishna appears once in the day of Brahma, and which is like 1,000 yuga cycles in the Dwapara Yuga. And immediately after the Dwapara Yuga, in that particular Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. So they have a close purpose behind, they are sort of working very cooperatively to deliver all of us. So Krishna, he came to show his pastimes, the ultimate in love between which a soul can experience is the love between Radha and Krishna. And other avatars in the Satya Yuga, he came to kill the demons and to protect the devotees. And Treta Yuga, Rama came to say how to be live like a proper human being. But in this age of Kali, I mean, in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna came to show us what is the highest love. But then he just showed it and went away, and people didn't know what it was. They couldn't understand. They mistook it to be something like materialistic love. And so many people simply started imitating that. And nobody actually was progressing in their spiritual consciousness. And so in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to educate us, to give us Krishna Prema, which is the topmost experience, the experience of happiness. And what it is, he came to teach us. So this is what in a series of PowerPoint presentations, we are working with Gauranga Karuna Prabhu. I'm sending him the points, and very nicely he's making, you can see every week. In fact, he keeps asking me. I normally ask people, please send, and he is after me. Mataji, send. What he wants me to send every day, and he has promised every week he'll say send at least 2 PowerPoint presentations. So that's his dedication. And so he's from Bulgaria. He's the one who sang today, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. He was so enthusiastic about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he said, I want to attend. He's so much, he's got a proper name. I think our Guru Maharaj named him Gauranga Karuna Prabhu. So he is just sold out to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he wants to really preach in a big way in first Bulgaria and then rest of Europe also. So he's a very dedicated devotee, very sold out to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I thank him for his services of making these PPTs. So I'm going to use that so that these PPTs are for everyone. How we can present this. First of all, we have to absorb the mood of Lord Gauranga, understand how important he is in our lives. And then we'll be able to share it with others in a very easy way with all the pictures and the points and all that. It becomes very easy. Okay. Thank you very much. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Janashalakya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shimte Japtak Swaminati Namne Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayani Gaur Katha Dhamdaya Nagar Gram Tarni Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminati Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvisesh Sunyavadi Paschat Deshtarne Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so please see on the screen the appearance of the golden avatar, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Can you go to the next? Yeah. So 500 years ago in the town of Navadvipa in West Bengal, India. So what was the town like at that time? Um, it was a very prosperous, flourishing town. Economically also, people were very, very prosperous. And so all kinds of businesses happening. And generally also because of all the pious activities and so on, Navadvip, because Navadvip was getting ready for Lord Chaitanya to appear. So in all ways, materially, it was very, very, prosperous town. And it was the premier center for learning. In history, we see Nala and so on, Nalanda, such a center for learning. All the scholars used to come there, and within Navadvip also, educated all ages, from small children to elders. Everybody was and arguing and trying to establish what they are saying is correct. And even young boys used to, ask very question the elders and so on. It was a very vibrant with that kind of educational atmosphere over there. And they were all studying learned scholars of scriptures. So they could quote the Shastras like anything. Not that they understood it properly, but they had very good theoretical understanding, quoting things and arguing, debating, logic, all this, they were good. All ages were learned, all people of all ages, and proud of learning. Even young students arguing with senior scholars. So this is the scenario in which we should understand what was the situation in Kali Yuga and how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And why did he appear? Let us go a little back. And what was Krishna's, it's very, very special, because how he appeared is that, because he was, I mean, Krishna was one day when he was, Rukmini was expressing her, great suffering. I mean, even when Krishna appeared in her house and she was welcoming him and washing his lotus feet and so on, she was still crying. And Krishna couldn't. Why are you crying? I'm right here, and you look happy, and yet you will understand. You will not understand. And Krishna was shocked. What is this? Something I don't understand what my devotees are feeling. But, she said, I'll be happy only if you promise me you'll never leave me. You'll always be at home. So then Krishna pacified her and, like that, yes, and so on. He assured her. And then at the same time, Narada Muni appeared there. So everything, when Krishna wants to achieve something, everything falls into place. So Narada Muni appeared and he was also looking very dull. Can you imagine Narada Muni ever dull? He's always so jolly and with his veena and going everywhere and giving, very, very active and positive person. Then Mansi. And so at that time, so Krishna wanted to, so Narada Muni was very anxious that the people of Kali Yuga, how they should be delivered. Now Krishna was about to leave end of Dwapara Yuga, and he said, I'm already seeing signs of Kali Yuga. People are becoming so materialistic, and they're all so attached to the opposite gender and all this thing. So I don't know, after you leave, who will deliver all these people? And so Krishna thought, okay, my wife Rukmini is saying this, that I don't understand something. And he is saying that Kali Yuga people need to be delivered. And so he said, assured both of them, don't worry, I will come in the mood of Radharani, and I will teach them Hare Krishna mantra by which they will be delivered. So this Radha Krishna love is not easy to understand at all. In fact, most people misunderstand it. They do. Some people are embarrassed even to think about it. Oh, unmarried Krishna. I mean, unmarried love. So they can't understand that. They feel embarrassed and they don't want to talk about it. Or some people misuse it. Or some people think it is, that love is something like material love. It's not at all something, and they think that it is some kind of sense gratification that the gopis are having, or that Krishna also is just enjoying. And so they really feel very disturbed. And so they don't want to talk about it because in material life, that is considered bad. So we must understand, I mean, bad in the sense unmarried love, or also it is, people who are married, they are married to others, the husbands, and then Krishna is having a relationship with them. So this is the common understanding, and they think, oh, all that we call consider immoral and material life is what Krishna is doing. And so many people either misuse it or they cannot understand it at all. They're very embarrassed. And but Krishna knows that this is the topmost experience of the soul, and what it is selfless love of Radha and Krishna. How is it selfless? They can't understand. It seems, it resembles materialistic love, but it is actually such a selfless love. So that is why, and so how can we understand it? Krishna just did the pastime and went away, and that is the highest happiness a soul can experience. Without experiencing that happiness, what is happening is we are looking for other forms of happiness in the material world, and we're constantly disturbed, and we don't even know what's our relationship with Krishna, and we only think he's like an order supplier. So that is why the Hare Krishna mantra is so important, because first of all, Krishna came in the mood of his devotee Radharani. Krishna is not so magnanimous like that. It's very difficult to approach him, because he came to kill the demons and all that. He punished them, and or he gave them liberation if they worshipped him. But love of Krishna, we hardly hear him giving anyone, which is highest happiness. And here, Radharani is in the mood of a devotee. A devotee is more magnanimous than Krishna himself, because they want all the devotees to approach Krishna and get his mercy. And as the Supreme God Mother, she's always anxious to put us somehow in favorable light to Krishna and deliver us. So that is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is different from Krishna because he's got the mood of Srimati Radharani. And that is why it's so important to worship him for ourselves and for everyone else, because we are introducing them to this mood of Radharani, which is different. And even without their knowledge, it doesn't matter even if they don't understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very clearly. Something the devotees gave me this picture and they said that this is Krishna himself you worship. They just look at him and chant Hare Krishna. Doesn't matter if they don't know anything deep about him. They will start experiencing great strides in advancing in Krishna consciousness. They and us, we also, when we are worshipping Gauranga, Nitai Gaur, and giving Nitai Gaur to others, everything happens very transcendentally, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is on that transcendental platform. Everything he does is from the transcendental platform. He goes beyond, he doesn't see material differences at all between castes, classes, educated, non-educated, genders, everything on the spiritual platform. He just sees the soul. And that is what he's prescribing. Hare Krishna mantra is for uplifting our souls. It is not a step by step, you chant the Vedas and then elevate yourself to the mode of goodness. And then gradually you learn the Upanishads and think about, austerity, and then detachment, follow the Varnashrama, become a sannyasi, and then, take many births like this, purifying yourself in the modes gradually from ignorance to passion to goodness, then go to the heavenly planets. None of those. is all beyond this body, completely in the transcendental platform, which everybody can experience. He wants us all to experience what is transcendence. Because without understanding what is transcendental happiness, we will just think this is also another pious activity. So why I should only chant Hare Krishna? I'm doing so many other things, right? I'm advancing, like, so many benedictions I'm getting, material prosperity and good other things. So why only Hare Krishna? But this is beyond all that. This is directly touching the soul, awakening the soul to realize, oh my God, there's so much happiness on the spiritual platform. Then we can, that is the topmost understanding and realization. Even a little bit, not a little taste of that is enough to completely surrender to Krishna. This is his method. Because if we taste even a little drop of it even once, then we'll say, oh, this is something fantastic and I want it. And this is what Prabhupada did, the miracle that he did all over the world, to people who didn't know anything about spiritual life or what is Vedic culture, were fully steeped in bad habits, whatever it is. Simply they got a taste of Gauranga and then, oh, Gauranga, 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 I want Krishna consciousness, completely surrendered to Prabhupada. That is the miracle of Lord Gauranga. And this is what we can really use to bring about this awakening of the soul. Every soul wants to be awakened, but they're covered up. And materialism is just spreading. How are we going to convince them about birth, death, old age, disease, all the varnashrama and all that? Very difficult. You need some mode of goodness, some little intelligence to understand all this. But completely covered people are, and mostly intoxicated and other things. So how are we going to convince? And they're not even interested, so dull that they get interest only in gross sense desire, sense gratification. Nobody is interested in anything cultural or mode of goodness. In shocking, even in modern India, it's like becoming like that. So, how are we going to touch the souls of people? We have to touch their soul because the mind is completely polluted. Senses are completely asking for sense gratification. And here is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most beautiful, radiant personality. Just seeing him, everybody is attracted. And then he gave the easy method. Okay, sing, dance, feast, and listen to a little Krishna Katha. And most important, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave immense mercy and love and compassion that drowned the people in happiness and ecstasy. So Prabhupada says that how, like for children, to entice them to eat, and they don't want to come to eat dinner or lunch, and they want to keep playing. So the mother says, "Sisi, I've got cake for you. I've got ice creams." Oh, really? They'll come running, and then they'll want to eat that first. Okay, okay, have a little of that first, just to make them interested in eating. Then once they've tasted that, then we also, okay, if you that is at the end. Now you quickly eat all the other thing, then you can enjoy with your dessert. So that is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Normally the dessert comes at the end, but like children, we are like children. We don't want all these pious things and God and religion. I just want to do whatever I want to feel like. I don't mind. Not nobody wants to exercise their intelligence. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so kind that no problem. I'll give you the dessert first, the happiness, the joy of chanting Hare Krishna mantra and worshipping Krishna in a selfless love. That we can experience the joy of loving God, of becoming mad after Krishna. He gives in the beginning only if we chant Hare Krishna mantra, worshipping Him. That's very important. We worship Nitai God and chant Hare Krishna mantra. Then amazing. Even if we were the most scoundrels, one of the scoundrels who did all kinds of illicit activities, no problem. The soul just awakens because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, like he delivered Jagai and Madai. Every one of us is a little, a small Jagai Madai or a big Jagai Madai. We have our anarthas and we have our good qualities. So doesn't matter. We don't have to try and prove and look good and avoid looking bad and all that. It doesn't matter, because in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's army, it doesn't matter what your past was or even your present. We only look at your future. Your near future is very bright. Our near future is very bright. So what does it matter what we were or what we are also? Because when we bathe ourselves in looking at his glorious, beautiful face and his beautiful form, and simply chant Hare Krishna mantra, dance in, to please him, only dancing and singing and honoring prasadam and to please him. This is one thing he asked us to do very much. You do that, then you don't need to do anything else. Even if you didn't do anything else, it doesn't matter. You'll be filled with Krishna Prema. That is the glory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, please go to the next slide. So what was the people, I mean, typical Kali Yuga, they were like, what do you call, Upadharmas. Yeah, they were following Upadharmas. We have Dharma and Adharma, that we know. Dharma is all pious activities, good activities. And then, Adharma is all sinful activities. But these were people were following Upadharmas. That means they are just like, looks like Dharma, but it's not really spiritual or anything. Some religious ceremonies, but all materialistic. So people engaging their wealth in worldly affairs. And what is that worldly affairs? Just marriages. They were pious, mind you. So they would have big, if there was a marriage ceremony, big ceremony with a very religious, priest doing a lot of yajnas and other things. But it was just a marriage. And if and that was only kind of to show off my daughter have big feast. And if somebody wanted to out that, would do okay. I will do something else. I will worship rich just to splash the money and show I'm very religious. So it was very superficial and very, very. So it was a Upadharma they were following, engaged in all sinful activities, wine, women, gambling, meat eating, everything. Extra. So there were all kinds of people. There were the Brahmanas who are very, very learned, scholarly people, and the masses were doing all these sinful activities. Worshipping Chandi Devi or Durga Devi for all material benefits. Extravagance in celebrating devotion to God, but worship devatas, especially Mother Durga. So what is wrong? It was material gratification. The devatas are duty bound to fulfill the material nice for them. I can pretend I'm very pious, religious, spiritual, and then, but I'm just worshipping the devatas for material desires, fulfillment. Refused to chant the names of Krishna. And so they found a very tricky way how to avoid chanting names of Krishna. They said, you know what, we're all so impure that if we chant Krishna, that become spoiled, will become polluted. So we should never chant the name of Krishna. Every time they would chant, because Ganga is very pure, that time you can chant. And that rarely, only during Ekadashis, only on eclipses, they used to go and bathe in the Ganga. That's the only time they used to chant. Devotees headed by Advaita Acharya felt pained by their ignorance. You can imagine how devotees will feel. And Advaita Acharya, he is Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva combined avatara. And he came, he was very much, at least 60 years, the senior of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was there constantly witnessing all that. But he knew that, to change these people, because so far as Vishnu, what did Vishnu do in all his avatars? He simply killed the asuras and he protected the devotees. But here, it is not about killing asuras. It's about killing the asuric tendency in everybody and giving them love of God, which he felt he cannot do that. Only Krishna has to come. Only he can give love. Only he can transform the hearts. That is a miracle. No other avatar has ever done such things. Their love for Krishna was very, very rare, only for very exalted devotees. So Advaita Acharya felt very pained to see the total degradation of this thing, all the human beings. Yeah, next. So you can, yeah. Advaita Acharya, who is an incarnation of Mahavishnu, who is an expansion of Lord Krishna and of Lord Shiva, offered tulasi leaves and Ganga Jal to his Salagrama and cried out to the Lord to descend on this earth to come and liberate all the people by giving them love for God. So he was saying with chanting with so much devotion that it pierced through this universe and reached Goloka Vrindavana. And Krishna heard it. And so it actually, Krishna agreed to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also is an eternal form present in the Goloka Vrindavana. Half the Goloka Vrindavana consists of Brajabhumi, Dwarka and Mathura, and the other half is Shvetadvipa, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. And eternally in this form with Nityananda and all the other associates. So it reached him. And then only because of his request, they agreed to descend. Yeah, next slide. In response, Lord Chaitanya, making all arrangements to descend to this world, sent his expansion Balaram to come as Lord Nityananda in the village of Ekachakra as the son of Adai Pandita. So Nityananda Prabhu was about 12 to 13 years the senior of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is the mood of Nityananda. In all the avatars, he always prepares the scene for Krishna to appear. Even as Balaram, what he did, he entered the womb of Devaki first. And then he was transferred to Rohini's womb. And then Krishna appeared. So always, Balarama is making sure everything is fine. Then he went there and he was waiting for Krishna to appear. So like that, all things, he expands himself as the Dham itself, and he expands himself as all his ornaments, jewels, everything. And as Nityananda Prabhu in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, he is assisting him in preaching. In Navadvip, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi had 8 daughters that died soon after birth. Then a son, Vishwarupa, was born, who was also an expansion of Balarama. So he appeared as the elder brother also, as Vishwarupa. Then Lord Chaitanya, so you see his parents, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. Then Lord Chaitanya entered their bodies to make his appearance, both of them. So he entered not in the regular way, but he just entered Jagannath Mishra's heart because he's anyway there as the Paramatma. He can come in any way. Sometimes he comes in the regular way of, because of the physical relations between the husband and wife. But here, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just came directly, manifest himself in the heart. And from his heart, he transferred himself to Sachi Mata. And suddenly she found that she was pregnant. And so they, both of them shone with spiritual radiance due to this. Sachi Mata suddenly looked so beautiful. And so people thought that, some great personality is going to be born. And okay, next.
Now the next one, Mataji, next presentation.
Yes, next, not next next slide.
That was the last slide, Mataji, that had five slides.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible. Go to the next slide. There's the childhood pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Okay. Choosing an appropriate time and day, the Lord appeared well past his incubation period on a full moon night in the month of Falguna, February, March. when there was a solar eclipse on February 18th, 1486. So that was the uh, date of birth. This is according to our Gregorian calendar. So in the month of Falguna, he appeared. And actually, children are born after 9 months, but he appeared after 13 months. Can you imagine? 4 months after, well past his incubation period. And actually, Mother Sachi naturally was very concerned. And she asked her father, Neelambara Chakravarti, who's a very great a scholar, what is this? Why is not getting born? And normally in modern times, what would have happened? They would have through cesarean, they would have removed the child from the womb. But in those days, they didn't do like that. They waited, and at the correct time, he came. He appeared. All people went to bathe in the Ganges after the eclipse. So he appeared on the full moon night in the month of Falguna, which there was a solar eclipse. So all people went to bathe in the Ganges after the eclipse, the only time they would chant the holy names of the Lord. So see, Krishna arranged that he would appear. I mean, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came on the eclipse day, the only time that people chanted. So when he was taking birth under a neem tree, so at that time, all the people of Navadvip were busy chanting the names of the Lord. There in the Ganges, they thought, they're protected. And why did they go to the Ganges to bathe? Because during the eclipse, everything gets polluted. And so they don't want to be contaminated. So they go into the Ganges and stay there and keep chanting the names of the Lord until the eclipse is over. So this is he was sort of showing the world that what is his purpose of taking his birth. And all the devotees were ecstatic. Advaita Acharya, he didn't know. I mean, none of them knew that he had appeared, but they felt a great happiness in their hearts. And mainly because they also saw all the people chanting. That's the only time these people chant. So Advaita Acharya was so happy. Haridas Thakura, they were all in bliss. Just, they didn't know why they were feeling so much happiness. But because Lord Chaitanya had appeared, Srivas Thakura also, all these compassionate devotees were feeling so miserable all the time to see all the people not taking any interest in Vaishnavism, in God consciousness at all. Advaita Acharya used to simply conduct some classes at home for the Vaishnavas, and Bhagavatam class every day he used to conduct, and the worship of Ganga, and he taught all of them, but in a very small way. Well, and that is not enough for any devotee of his stature, the two. Grandfather named him. So they, the name giving ceremony, they were wondering what name to give him. Actually, they didn't give after 1 or 2 months, as is normally the culture, but along with the Annaprasana ceremony, the name giving also was done. And so the grandfather, Neelambara Chakravarti, they consulted him, and he said that he should be Vishwambara, one who protects the whole world. So there was a difference of opinion between the men and the women. All the Prabhus, they wanted Vishwambara. Yeah, that's very nice. But the ladies, they said, no, we want his name to be Nimai, because he was born under the neem tree. So now, how to sort it out? The men are saying Vishwambara, and the ladies are saying Nimai. So they went, Garga Muni was there, and he adjusted the two. He said, okay, Vishwambara will be his official name, and that is, for all spiritual purposes. When you recite, when Abhivad, they say after paying obeisances to someone, and you recite who you are and things like that, of a gotra and this thing when you're doing archana, that kind of spiritual things, they will use Vishwambara. And for normal use, they will use Nimai. So both the parties were satisfied as he was born under the neem tree. Okay. Yeah, please go to the next slide. So again, Lord Chaitanya, from his birth only, he showed his mission to make everyone chant Hare Krishna. And as a baby, he would cry loudly, non-stop. and would cease crying immediately as soon as people chanted the holy names of God. So they tried everything for no reason at all. He'll start wailing. And they'll call the doctor, maybe his stomach is aching or something. They tried all this, trying to distract him, take him around, show him the moon, stars, everything. Nothing stopped him. And suddenly someone thought, okay, let me start chanting the names of Krishna, Hare Krishna mantra, and all that. Immediately he would stop and smile at them. So they understood, oh, he wants us to chant. That is why he's doing. So then, this is the only thing which makes them happy. And then when they were leaving, he'll start wailing again. All the ladies will say, okay, tata, little baby. And then they'll be about to go. Then he'll start wailing again. So again, they'll come back and chant Hare Krishna, clapping their hands and so on. And then he'll stop immediately and look so blissful. So they knew that, so everyone started surrounding him and clapped their hands and chanted enthusiastically. We know how that's so exciting, right? For Vaishnavas, if they see a baby like this, where we have seen some devotees' children like that, who want all the time Hare Krishna mantra because they've heard it in the womb. If an ordinary devotee baby can be like that, then Lord Chaitanya, whose mission it is to spread Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then you can imagine how all the time, he got people to come around and chant for him Hare Krishna mantra. Yes. Next. During, so um, actually, it is not the during the name giving ceremony, and also it was the Annaprasan ceremony when the first sweet rice is given to the baby. At that time, various items were placed before the child. Books means different types of books were kept. Not only, maybe they kept Vedas, they wanted to know what kind of a scholar or Pandit he will be. So then they kept Bhagavatam also, some maybe grammar books, maybe they kept some Vedas, Upanishads, all were kept there. And then they kept gold and silver. And it's mentioned that they also kept different kinds of coins, gold coins, silver coins, copper coins, everything. So that they wanted to know if he wasn't a Pandit and he's going to be, someone who's a Vaishya kind of person who was dealing with money, then what level he would be, whether he'll go, if they take a gold coin, then he'll be very much, his business will be like that, very extravagant, or rather a very rich merchant or like that. So they had all this, and it's a real belief that whatever the child is inclined to do, he will show at that time of the Annaprasan. So Lord Nimai, there were so many books there. Among those books, he picked up Srimad Bhagavatam and he held it close to his chest. So it was very clear for everyone, okay, this is what it is. He is going to be a great devotee. And okay, and embraced it. So that's the thing. And yeah, please go to the next slide. One day, a snake slithered into the courtyard. So all kinds of entities were entering their, their house. There were so many devatas who are coming incognito in invisible form, offering prayers to Lord Chaitanya. One day, even Sachimata saw that these devatas, they'd all come there, right from Brahma, Indra, so many of them. And she was alone sitting on the veranda with her son. And Jagannath Mishra, her husband, was taking rest. And she saw they came and performed. They took the baby from her arms and they put him on a big table and they did a big abhishek for him and so on. And she was like really shocked, who are these people? And then they left the baby to give it back and went away. And she was like, she just in shock, she fell down. And Jagannath Mishra heard some noise and he came and asked, what happened? What happened? And she said that, I don't know, this, I don't know if it's a dream or something. I saw some devas, they came and then they did abhishek for a baby. But then there was no question of any abhishek water or anything on, no, nothing spilt on the ground. There was no table, there were no devatas, and baby Nimai was just crawling around. So they didn't know what to make of it. So like this, so many entities, and one such person was Anantasesha Balarama. He came also to visit Lord Chaitanya, and a snake slithered into their courtyard, and baby Nimai ran and caught hold of it and laid on in it. So always Lord Vishnu is, lying down on Anantasesha on his cool body, because Anantasesha is like, when it is very warm, he makes his body very cool. And when the outside temperature is very cold, then he makes it very warm. So that kind of, so he wanted something cool, and he went and lay down on it, just like Vishnu lying down on Ananta. The serpent, who was actually Lord Anantasesha, slithered away, seeing all the people around panicking. And you can imagine what they will feel, a snake, and the baby is happily playing with the snake. They were terrified to go near it because they thought it might bite Lord Chaitanya. So they were fainting in anxiety and seeing their distress. Then Balarama, he's very kind to the devotees, so he just slithered away. Okay. Yeah, next. In his early childhood, baby Nimai was very restless and mischievous. Um, so he did a lot of naughty things. One is he would go into the neighbors' houses and drink all the milk, or eat all the rice, make the infants in the cradles crying by putting water into the ears, etc., or locking up the people. In the night, what he would do, he would go and bolt up the doors of the neighbors. And in the middle of the night, there's no, in Vedic culture, toilets are not built in the house, so it's outside. So they have to come out of the door, and then they would say, "Oh my God, the door is locked," and they would, start wailing. Oh, they're crying out to people. So these kind of naughty things he did, but there was a reason why he did all these things. We'll know that. So just like Krishna was so restless and would go to, oh, sound is not coming. Sound is not coming.
I am able to hear Mataji.
It's
Okay.
coming.
Mataji, it is coming.
Okay. Maybe something wrong with the person who has said. Okay. Um, just like Krishna, he would go and steal the milk and eat the rice, and also tease the children and so on, and making them cry with bolting the door. There was a reason why he was behaving like this. We'll see that. Can you show the next slide? Uh, then another thing, if someone caught him, when he was stealing or doing all these naughty things, pouring water into the baby's ears and all that, you can imagine how the small baby would be shrieking in agony. That would be so painful. He would beg forgiveness and promise never to do it again. So everyone were astonished by his intelligence and loved him very much. So he knew how to get the forgiveness. Speak so sweetly and say, "Please forgive me, I'll never do it again." If a child says like that, any adult will melt. And that too, Lord Chaitanya, with all his sweet charm and beauty. So they were, and so intelligent. And so everybody loved him very much. Yeah. So this is another famous pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's childhood. Once, two thieves carried baby Nimai with them, attracting him with sweets. So any child, if you offer some nice sweets, they will automatically come. So baby Nimai, behave like a small child, and they wanted all the jewels he was wearing. So naturally, he was dressed up just like, Krishna, with all beautiful jewelry. And so after a long walk towards the thieves' home, they thought they put him on their shoulder, and baby Nimai was happily busy eating the sweets. And he didn't know where he thought, "I'm having a nice ride, joy ride." So he didn't know where, I mean, so they thought, we'll take the baby home, and then there we can remove all the jewels and everything, and then we can, I don't know what their plan was after that. So this is why they went, they thought they were walking towards their home. But mystically they found that they arrived right at the doorstep of Nimai's home instead. By his power of Yogamaya, he bewildered them. And so you can imagine how Mother Sachi and Jagannath Mishra were in a great frenzy, not seeing um, baby Nimai around. Everybody was just searching in all directions. Where did baby Nimai go? Where did baby Nimai go? And meanwhile, suddenly they see baby Nimai, these two thieves coming and dropping the child and running away. So Jagannath Mishra actually was feeling very happy, and he was feeling very grateful to those two men, thinking that, oh, my boy must have wandered off somewhere, and these two are great, you know, a very kind gentleman for bringing my baby back, and he wanted to thank them and give them some, token of appreciation to them. But they thought, oh my God, we're going to be caught now. They've seen us and they'll hand us over to the police, and we're going to land up in jail. So they just ran for their lives. So this is how Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's miracles, right from the time of his birth, we can see he's showing how he's the supreme person by doing all these miracles. Yes. Next.
Mataji, this is the end of this presentation.
Okay. So we see that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we'll see more of this. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing it. So now I know how many more slides and, to add, and some more pastimes and so on. I've been sending, but it appears. So because we want to perfect it so that everybody, just by reading this and explaining with very nice pictures, isn't it? A lot of effort has been gone by the devotee who's doing it in Bulgaria. So I hope it becomes easy for everyone to explain about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how very interesting is it is these pastimes, and how um, it is, people are going to be, feel so happy just hearing about him. We think that, oh, people don't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They only know Krishna. They only know other, Vishnu, Rama, and all that. They don't know Chaitanya. So we are not going to talk about him. So mainly because it becomes difficult to explain just like that. And we think, oh, I don't know how to convince them about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and so on. But if it is there in the form of a presentation with all the pictures and all the explanations, then it becomes very easy for you to explain about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is the reason. And we want to do it as soon as possible, so that in every Bhakti Vriksha, at the end of every class, and purposely we've also, I don't know, we've kept it short, every presentation, so that, you can just give as much as you think. If you want, you can add on, go to the next presentation, or if you just want to stop with a little bit, then you can do that. So, something more about this bhava of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mantra. What is it that happens? How is it that it is going to give us all kinds of happiness? He's also saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that not only will it just give you love for Krishna and take you back to Godhead, which itself is the rarest of rare things, because earlier nobody could, go back to Godhead since becoming a devotee in one lifetime. They had to take, okay, you became a devotee, very good. Then you still need a lot of purification, many births to take before you can claim you're ready enough to go back to Godhead. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has reduced everything to, if we just follow this Hare Krishna mantra chanting and whatever he has told us, and giving this mercy to others, serving all the Vaishnavas, showing compassion and love for all people, and then that is it. In one lifetime, we can go back to Godhead. And not only that, while we are living here also, he said, a golden age is going to manifest where everything will be like Satya Yuga. How is this possible? We may have doubts, so much of misery going on. People are suffering, even devotees have so many problems. Then how do you say the Satya Yuga is going to manifest? What is happening is we are undergoing a purification, a, a change in consciousness. And that is why initially, because we're all the pioneers, we don't have so many devotees ahead of us. Even the devotees who have come before us, for them also, it's a learning period. So many, because we are coming out of our shell from this material consciousness, from the effects of Kali Yuga, our minds very disturbed. So what is happening is we don't know the full impact of what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The minute we understand, we transform ourselves, then we'll be in a better position to help people. Okay, this is how it is. This stage goes to that stage, and this is how you have to keep your consciousness in order to quickly come out of Maya and quickly experience the happiness, the bliss of Krishna consciousness. And then everything will fall into place. The only thing, we think, oh, this material nature, this Prakriti, all that, it's so permanent and nothing can change. Kali Yuga is going to be like this, and everything is depleting, the resources, environment is just getting, completely destroyed by all the people. So it is just a very gloomy picture in the future. I don't believe in this golden age and all. But actually, everything, if for Krishna, in a moment, he can change everything because he's complete, the master of all mystic powers, master of all mystics is Krishna. And what is difficult for him? Because you see, the whole of this, and the entire nature, everything is running in this material world only because of the quality of forgiveness. Mother Earth is tolerating us. How many birth after birth, keep on sinning and raping her, he's doing all kinds of things. And then she is so pained. We kill the cows and nonsense, so many sinful acts. And yet she is functioning, she's still giving us things to eat and so on. And the devatas are all supplying things, the whole universe, the sun is still shining. Not it, compared to all kinds of sins that we are committing. All these, they couldn't easily withdraw and say, no, no, we are all going on a strike. We are not giving anything to these people until they behave themselves. But what happens? They're constantly forgiving us and giving us another chance, another chance, another chance. So, as it is, we don't deserve all this. And because of their forgiveness, and they're doing their duty in spite of feeling, we don't deserve it at all. So, how much more merciful is the Lord? He's already giving us mercy. But if we show some interest in rectifying ourselves and saying that I want to know my eternal relationship with you, I want to come back to you. Even if Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 4 types of people approach me when they are in distress, when they need money, when they're just inquisitive, or they have some knowledge, jnanis. Even with them, he says, all of them are magnanimous souls because they've come to me at least. And then the wise one, the jnani, he is the best of all because he doesn't want anything in this thing. But still, he is not purified. He has to come up to the platform of pure spontaneous love. So even without us deserving anything, the Lord is supplying, not because we only when I want something, I'll go to God. Otherwise, I don't see what's the need. I want to be busy with my sense gratification. But this Hare Krishna mantra chanting uplifts us to love Krishna, irrespective of happiness or distress, whatever you may give Krishna, I'm going to love you. I'm your servant. Nothing can change just because I'm very happy. It doesn't give me the license, or I can't become such a bad child, who forgets the parents once they has got everything. I can't be like that because I know I'm related to you. Or when I'm tested and I'm suffering the results of my own karma, but still, and then I'm chanting Hare Krishna, hoping that you'll remove everything and make me very happy. But maybe it doesn't happen the way I want it. And still, no matter what, unconditional love. This is the only thing which is required, the basic minimum. If people can have this kind of love for Krishna, that is all. Then he is ready to, give everything and make this place a wonderful, this thing for people to live in materially also. But we are not going to become obsessed by material happiness. That is the change in consciousness. Everything will be there. That is why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that in this material world, there is no shortage of anything other than Krishna consciousness. Only because people don't have Krishna consciousness, they are suffering. Otherwise, if people had Krishna consciousness, everything will become very opulent. Everything will become very happy. There is no, I mean, with Krishna, in our lives, there's no question of unhappiness, but our consciousness has to be purified. And so we have to be ready to wash our consciousness, not be complacent and say, I'm doing enough. I'm chanting a few rounds, I'm doing this. What is the need? Why people want to tell me chant 16 rounds, and that too, they're not satisfied if I just finish 16. No, no, no. Get up early in the morning and chant, and then chant with attention and chant in the proper mood. Why all this? That is the thing. That is the, without tapasya, we're not going to get the most valuable thing. So we have to, and in order to be in Kali Yuga, nobody is ready to do any tapasya. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sort of attracting us by giving all kinds of other things, sops, so that we'll go to it and say, okay, I'll follow it. Even though we don't have the best of motivations, still he's trying to trick us into following. And then when we chant Hare Krishna mantra and we associate with Vaishnavas and we render services in a humble frame of mind and we beg Gaur Nitai, please give me a drop of that, Haha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi. Kripa karo, you know, Thabakra, huh? Ami boro duki. Kripa karo, ami boro duki. I'm just give me a, no, what is that one? Give me a drop of that, of your happiness, because I'm so sad. That is all. We just have to beg them. Nothing more. The only quality that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requires of us is to become humble and understand our predicament and cry to him. That's all. Give up our pride, thinking I'm this, oh, I'm a very great person, where I was born, and then, in our family, they used to do all these things, and I know all the rituals, and I'm very a great scholar, and I can quote anything. You may do all that, but as far as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is concerned, that is the greatest disqualification. The minute you're proud, you will not get, even if you're the greatest of Brahmanas or pious person or whatever, he will not give the mercy. Or if you're offending Vaishnavas because of pride and arrogance, then also you will not, even if you're not at all a sinful person and you've done everything properly, but still, if you have a bit of pride, then you will not get. On the other hand, someone may be a rascal number one doing all kinds of illicit activities, sinful activities. But if, hearing about Lord Chaitanya and chanting, they are attracted and they become humble and they want to, worship Lord Gaur Nitai and take part in the Sankirtan, and they're very humble and they're ready to do all services. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showers his mercy on them. He doesn't, sins and all can be wiped out in no moment, but offenses are very dangerous. Or pride is the greatest obstacle in this method, especially this Krishna Prema, which is the spontaneous loving devotion to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The main thing that we have to guard about is to remain humble, to serve the Vaishnavas, and this thing, serve the Vaishnavas, be humble, and also show compassion to other jivas. So the main thing in attracting new people to our movement is not to just go and preach to them. Okay, you know what? You have to follow all four regulative principles. You're a big sinner, otherwise you're going to suffer in hell. Or you know what? There is so many problems: birth, old age, disease, death, and all that. What are you doing? You're just wasting your time. They don't want to hear all that. They are in Maya. They are very so. They think they are enjoying, and you go and say that you're going to look. They're just going to not be interested, or you simply without convincing them, simply say, come for the program, come for the program. That doesn't attract them so much. But if we can give love, that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. He attracted everyone because he would glance so lovingly into people's eyes. He is the supreme person, so he just a glance is enough to fill the soul with so much love, and he would embrace them, and their hearts were filled with Krishna Prem, and they became devotees immediately. Not just ordinary devotees, they were saturated with Krishna Prem. And he said, now you go and give in the same way, give Krishna Prem to others. So they started this embracing technique. They would go back to their villages and start embracing people, and all of them felt Krishna Prem in their hearts. So that is the technique. Not by if we are going to relax and say, it's so boring, I'm not going to call people, I'm not going to talk to them, I'm not going to take care of them, I'm not going to make friends with them and act like, how Nityananda Prabhu's mood of being so humble, so caring. And they said, please, I'm just begging you. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is coming and begging people. Just imagine. And we are so proud. Why should I go and beg? I have other things. I'll become a devotee. I don't want to preach to others. We want to be complacent, and mainly complacence of our false ego and pride. I don't want to be hurt by people. They will be rude and say, okay. Or at best, they will say, yes, yes, I will come, and they won't turn up. Or they will say, don't disturb me. Or they will criticize me. I don't want to go do all these things. It's so painful. Why should I suffer doing all this? No. Nityananda Prabhu was also accused of being a spy of dacoits and all these things. He had to face so many things, and Jaga and Madha just chased them to kill them. All these things happened. That did not deter them from giving love. So love is very important. This is the only tapasya of love, to get love. If you want Krishna Prem, you give Prem to people. Call them up, make friends with them, try to help them, and attract them to Krishna consciousness. This, you cannot say, oh, you know what, we started a program. They came for a few classes and then they stopped. Why? Did you call them up? Did you try to make during the week, not just before the class, please come for program? Are you chanting? Not like those kind of things. Are you calling them even during the week and asking them how they are doing? Is everything fine? And talk something. After all, now there are so many common topics to talk about. Show that you're concerned. That love is so missing in today's world. Who cares? Everybody is after money. They're running behind money. There's no time for one another. Even family members are not so empathic. You do your thing, I do my thing. They're all, there's no empathy at all, because the whole lifestyle is geared about being so selfish. And in that scenario, if you show a little concern, a little love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have to prepare your mind for that. This is my austerity. There is no other austerity I have to do. Nothing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it so attractive, just singing, dancing, feasting, all these things. I'm just enjoying myself. Let me do this tapasya. And mainly it is of the mind. All our tapasyas are of the mind. Becoming humble, caring for others, serving others, not minding, giving, even if we don't get respect, we give respect to others. These are things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks us to do. Then we'll get all the topmost perfections of selfless love to Krishna. And that selfless love is what is going to give us the maximum happiness. And not only that, it can purchase Krishna. We can have Krishna with us. And not only that, all the problems will simply melt, just like, the mist As soon as the sun comes, all the fog and the mist just disappear. All the fogs and the mists in our life are going to completely disappear when we change our consciousness. So let us work towards this and make Chaitanya Gauranitai should be the paramount importance. And now Gaura Purnima is coming, and this very soon in a month's time. So let us all make plans what I'm going to do to reach out to people. Lord Gauranga will give us ideas. He will give us opportunities. Only we have to ask for it. Only we have to be eager. How can I serve Lord Gauranga? He is the one who's going to give me happiness, give everyone happiness, give everyone Krishna Prem. And then miracles will start to happen. We can easily experience miracles in this age because Lord Gauranga is here. He's here with us, and he is the one who's preaching. We only have to cooperate with him. Let me do something. If every day you're anxious and pray after chanting, please give me some ideas, my Lord. I want to serve you. Please give me opportunities. Where should I go? And you pray to him. All miracles will happen. That is Gaurnitai. And that is why Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there with you, impossible things become possible. And if you don't take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, even easy things become difficult. So that is the miracle in all aspects of our life, whatever it may be. We have to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Devotees even mention about how one devotee said, in the Gulf, he was saying that I went for road tests, very difficult to get a license over there. They'll purposely fail you and all that. They don't want to give too many licenses, and they'll make it very, very difficult. So he failed 10 times and he had almost given up hope. And then one devotee told him, you take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you see the miracle. So before the road test, he just prayed to Lord Chaitanya and he passed. After that, his faith in Lord Chaitanya, of course, it is you may think, oh, this is material. No, it is all aspects of our life. Krishna says, you will overcome all the difficulties of your material life by taking shelter of me. On the other hand, out of false ego, you don't come to me, you'll be lost. So this is what Gauranga is. He's the avatar for this age, Yuga avatar. He is there with us every moment, so easily accessible, more than any other avatar, even more than Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Yuga avatar, and Gaurnitai are so easy within our reach, and we have to become very Gauranga conscious. Krishna consciousness is one thing, Gauranga conscious, so that in all aspects of our life we can always be blissful. And if we are tasting that bliss and happiness, we will not experience any pain at all. That is the first level, that we won't even notice, oh, is it I've got hurt, okay, I'm not even experiencing any pain. And finally what will happen is that cause for pain itself will disappear, because Krishna doesn't want his devotees to suffer. All the suffering that we are undergoing is simply for purification. And then once we have established our relationship with him, and once we have put our mind in order, proper attitudes, proper consciousness, then it's going to be just Kevala Ananda Khanda, full of bliss and happiness all the time. So this is what he's promising, and we must work together for promoting Gaurnitai and sharing this love of God, which he is promising everyone. By whatever we have, we share that with others. And once COVID is over and we all meet together, then there are two other things, that is Prasadam is available, Sankirtan is available for us to attract people. And during those times, we embrace people. So let us embrace people. Let us give them love and mercy, care, friendship, love. And that is what is going to attract people, nothing else. So this is what only Gaurnitai's love can attract the worldly people of today and change them and make them all wonderful devotees as predicted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Are there any comments or questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Ishwaraya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Tell me.
Mataji, Mataji, in Krishna's Leela and Nitai Gaurang Leela in the childhood pastime, when Krishna was playing on Kalia, and Krishna will goes to the house to house in Vrindavan, and he will take out the calf of the cow, and so many ways he will do the Leela. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Prabhu, and he was playing once past time he was played the snake, and now you revealed very nicely, Mataji, all this, you will lock the doors, all this Leela. How we can understand with the matching of Krishna's Leela and this, Mataji? Can you little bit explain?
Yeah, Krishna was born to cowherd community. So he was taking care of the cows, and then, they were going with the cows, and then he was eating all lunch with his devotees, those kind of pastimes. Whereas Lord Chaitanya, you will see, he is born to a Brahmin family. So he has all these, scholastic pastimes of learning. He was a very good student and a teacher and a big pandit. And in the beginning, and also a naughty. As a Brahmin boy, he was doing all naughty things with the Brahmanas and going to their houses. He was also naughty like Krishna. But later on, we will see a little variation because he came as a Brahmana. That's all. Otherwise, he's the same person. Krishna as Chaitanya, no difference. He's Krishna again. So naturally, Krishna, anywhere you keep him, he'll be naughty only. He can't be peaceful like Rama and all that. So, so as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even as a Brahmin boy, he was very, very naughty. Did I answer?
Yeah, Mataji, is the Kalia pastimes Krishna did know, Mataji. And Nimai Prabhu also once played with a snake. Is there the links will be there, Mataji, for all?
Oh, no. Kalia, there'll be slight differences because, first of all, the Yuga difference is there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came not to kill any demons, but to change and transform our hearts. So everything cannot match. Just in general, as a child, he was very, very restless and very naughty. And also, he did all this for a reason. And that was because he wanted to protest. The father was not letting him go to school because he was scared that he'll become educated like his elder brother, and then he'll become a sannyasi. So they were not sending him to school at all. And so purposely he did all these naughty things so that then, he'll say, how will I know how to behave? You're not sending me to school. Then the mother said, okay, please let us send him. Otherwise, he's he's very sad. He'll be happy only if we send him to school. So a slightly different pastimes because he wanted to study. He was a very good student. He didn't need to study, but he wanted to show how you have to study in order to have learning. And he was doing the part of a Brahmin boy. So you can't match exactly like that. He didn't meet with all big demons like how Krishna every day he was killing some demon and all that. That is all not there. Only a bit of stealing from the neighbors and then some naughty things. And even the way he made people cry is slightly different because he'll go to the Ganga and he'll have bathing, and then how he used to tease all the Brahmins there and the young girls and boys over there, a little different from Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji. Dandavad Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay. Any one last question or comment? Okay, then we go to announcements then. I want a lot of comments or suggestions. Just a minute, Prabhu. I want a lot of suggestions and comments about this PowerPoint. What more to, whether it was, how we can improve, or whether, any suggestions, because this is still we are trying to make it perfect so that it becomes easy for everyone to, you can teach so many people with these PowerPoints. So even in your Bhakti Vrikshas and to new people. So please feel free to give your suggestions and comments. Yeah, thank you very much. Gauranga Karna Prabhu, do you want to say something? He's there or he's left? Okay. Maybe he's left. He's
I'm here,
here.
Mataji. Thank you so much.
Do you
It's
want to
wonderful.
say something short? Yeah.
Well, I would like to thank you for using this presentation. The devotee put a lot of effort. So he's always open for suggestions. If you need to change something or you think that you can improve, just let us know and we'll try our best.
Yeah. No, I can see the presentation is very nice. I'm talking about, what we cover in it, the pastimes and all that, or any improvement that way. Otherwise, the presentation, I mean, what he has done a wonderful job, wonderful pictures, and very nice. But anyway, if you have some more this thing, suggestions in that also, you can do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to say, Karuna Prabhu?
No, Mataji, thank you.
Okay. Okay, over to you, Prasanatma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for the nice nectar on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Hare Krishna to all the devotees. So, I just take this opportunity to welcome each one of you for the Sunday program. So, we had a wonderful Darshanarati from the center. So, thank you, devotees, for showing us the deities and performing the Arati. So, that was great. Hari Bol to all of them. And also, we had wonderful Kirtans from Gaurang Prabhu and also from the others. So that was very nectarian. So thank you for that. And big Haribol to the Kirtaniyas, please. Kindly unmute and let's do a Haribol to the center devotees and to the Kirtaniyas. Haribol!
Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
And also Haribol for Mataji for her nectar on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So let's chant 3 times Haribol for her. Haribol! So now we can move on to the prayer request and announcements, Mataji. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So I'm just trying to identify if we have anyone who has joined us the first time here for the Sunday morning program.
Anukampa.
Yes, yeah, so we have Anu Mataji.
Dandavat pranam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams to you, Mataji.
Hare
And then who else is there the first time? Is there anyone else? Of course, Gaurang Prabhu is also here the first
Gauranga
time.
Karuna Prabhu. Gauranga Karuna Prabhu from Bulgaria.
Okay. So so we have 2 people who are here the first time. So I kindly request Gauranga Karuna Prabhu to just give a brief introduction of yourself. So it was wonderful to have you here.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Dandavat pranam. Thank you very much for accepting me in your assembly. I'm from Bulgaria, practicing for 8 years. Disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. And yes, I'm very inspired by this kata, by Mataji, by your association. So it's wonderful. Thank you very much. And looking forward to also join the next time.
Thank you, Prabhu. And it's very inspirational. So thank you so much. Very nice to have you here today. And also, Mataji, if you can also introduce yourself.
Yes, Prabhuji, I am Anukampa Gaurangi Devi Dasi. I am from Abu Dhabi. And my daughter is studying here in Bangalore, Prabhuji. So मैं actually daughter के वजह से मैं इंडिया इधर उसके साथ stay कर रही हूँ.
अच्छा, अभी आप इधर ही हैं बैंगलोर में?
जी, अभी recently 1 week पहले मैं इधर आई हूँ, प्रभुजी.
Okay, Hari Bol. Welcome to Bangalore, Mataji, and welcome to the congregation. So yes. I request all the devotees to unmute and let's welcome them. Let's give them a roaring welcome by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol!
Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Thank you, devotees. So now for we can do the prayer requests, so like we do every week. So there are requests for prayers for good health of people. So I'll just name the people, and then I would also request others also to add in so that all of them together, then we can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 3 times. So from my side, the requests for prayers, health prayers are for my parents, Nagaraj Prabhu and Sumitra Mataji, and also for Purna Nandini. So I'm requesting prayers for them, and for Karthik Prabhu, our BB member, and then for Jayalakshmi Mataji and Saraswati Mataji, and also Shantama Mataji, so for their good health, and for Raghunath Prabhu, that is for his good health also. So others, I request you to kindly add the names. Please go ahead now.
Hare Krishna. My father, Rajamanikam, who is not well.
Okay, so Navneet, yes, Prabhu, so we will include him in the
Also,
yes.
Uncle Ramachandran is
Rajamanikam Prabhu, that is father of Navneet Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, for my brother Dr. Lalit Sharma, his report is due on Tuesday. His cancer report.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. For my mother, Pratibha, she just underwent a surgery for her speedy recovery also.
Yes, Tushar Prabhu, so we will chant for him also, your brother Lalit Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Rangavali Mataji has written something. Did you read out in the chat?
Yes, Mataji. So for your mother's.
And Vidya Mataji is there. She had many people. I wanted to forward it. Vidya Mataji, you're there? She's not here. Okay, she had some.
And then Rangavali Mataji has requested prayers for her BV members' father, Mahadevappa. So there's a prayer request for him. So we will pray for him. And then, yes. That's the only thing, Mataji, from here.
Nandini to read out from her mobile. I've WhatsApped her. Vidya Mataji had sent me a list of people. I mean, for the daily prayers, but
any other requests? Kindly call it out now.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll read it out. Just a minute. See, Anjali Mataji's father, who is in ICU, his name is Ramakrishna Reddy. And then Vidya's friend, Preeti's father, met with an accident and had fracture in his thigh, had a surgery and bed rest for 4 months. His name is Satish. Then for her family, Vidya's family, her grandmother, Krishnambal, fell today when she was plucking flowers to make a garland. So she's had a fracture. She completed reading first canto of Bhagavatam and 15 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And she keeps chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And her mother, Rani, is having back pain, is undergoing Ayurvedic treatment. So for all these people also she requested.
Hare Krishna Mataji, and 2 more prayers required, Mataji.
Yeah, you mentioned who they are.
Yeah, Mataji is a bar, and Joy Sarkar. Joy Sarkar is an ICU, Mataji, the child. So yeah, the mother name is Vinoti Sarkar, and Joy Sarkar is her daughter, and they're in the hospitalized, Mataji, and we require the prayer.
Okay. Yes, Joy Sarkar and what's her name?
Mother, Minoti Sarkar.
Minoti.
Minoti Sarkar.
Okay. Minoti Sarkar and Joy Sarkar. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, for my wife Swati, who is having health issues.
Yes, for the good health of Swati Mataji and for the well-being of Tushar Prabhu and his family. And
thank you, Mataji.
regular Karthik Prabhu's mother, Aruna, her good health. Then Purna Nandini Mataji's good health, and her in-laws, Sumitra Mataji and Nagaraj Prabhu. And Amarapati's Prabhu's good health. Alka Mataji's good health. I haven't missed out anyone from our side.
Yeah, myself also, Mataji.
Yes, Aishwarya Prabhu's Prabhu and his family's good health, and his sister Chandrakala Mataji and her good and her family's good health. And for Pradeep, my son, and for myself. Have I missed out anyone? Because I normally have that list.
That's school.
No, that is, we'll do it on the regular days. They're not here now. We will pray every day for them, but today we'll have for all the people here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Shantama Mataji and Jaya Mataji's good health. Raghunath Prabhu's good health.
Center devotee Shivam Prabhu.
Oh, Shivam Prabhu's good health. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, Prasanatma Prabhu, please continue. Is he there? Prasanatma Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, I got disconnected, but I'm back. Did the chanting.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, can you hear?
Yes, Prabhu, loud and
Hare
clear.
Krishna.
Audible, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. So we'll chant 3 times the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for all the
Prabhu,
people.
please pray for center devotee Shivam Prabhu.
Okay, so for Shivam Prabhu also, so let's include him also. So devotees, kindly unmute and let's chant 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Okay, thank you, devotees, for the prayers. And now I also have a request. Let's chant 3 times for His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, for his good health, and also for the good health of the devotees who are serving him, who are taking care of Guru Maharaj. So let's kindly chant 3 times for him now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay, so thank you once again, devotees. So, any announcements are there for the week? Anybody wants to make any announcements? Kindly go ahead now. Hare Krishna. So Mataji, looks like there aren't any announcements, so we can move on to the next program. Or if you want to add anything, then please go ahead, Mataji.
No, go ahead with the next program.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the next program. So we have a couple of things lined up. So the first is the presentation, which is on the Vaishnava qualities. So we've been doing this for a few weeks now. And today the speaker is Her Grace Rangavalli Mataji. So she is going to talk to us about how a devotee is equal to all. So that's the topic for today. So I just request all of you to welcome Rangavalli Mataji with a big Haribol, please. Haribol.
Haribol.
So Rangavalli Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, you're audible. We can see your video also.
Okay. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Om Ajnana Timidandasya Jnana Divashalakaya Chakshura Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapata Swami Niti Namini Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kipapadayani Gauraka Padamdaya Nagaragra Matati. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani. Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Pasya Puresh Karni. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. Today I've been asked to speak about the quality of a Vaishnava, that is, he is equal to all. A Vaishnava is the status of being the servant of Vishnu. Prabhupada says, anyone who is pure Vaishnava is situated transcendentally and therefore the highest qualification in the material world, namely to be in the mode of goodness, has already been achieved by such a person. In a Krishna conscious society, we can see it practically that members are from all sections of the society. Srila Rupa Goswami specifically mentions that every man has the birthright to accept devotional service and to become Krishna conscious. He has given many evidences from many scriptures and has especially quoted one passage from Padma Purana, wherein the sage Vasishtha tells King Dilipa, "My dear king, everyone has the right to execute devotional service, just as he has the right to take early bath in the month of Magha. Therefore, a Vaishnava is equal, that is Sama. A pure devotee of Krishna sees the spiritual nature of all beings, regardless of their temporary material forms. He observes that all souls in their pure state are qualitatively equal through their individual spiritual identity, though their individual spiritual identities are unique. In addition, he is always trying to uplift them and sees and treats everyone in that spirit. So Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, text 18, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Chaiva Sopakecha Panditaha Samadarshina. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Further, Srila Prabhupada's purport, it is explained that a Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different sections of the society, but a Vaishnava does not discriminate even a dog and a dog eater. He always treats everyone equally and sees in spiritual point of view. He sees them as a mere spirit soul in whose heart the four-handed form, Paramatma, resides. He respects everyone, whether he is from a rich community or a poor man or any other lower status. This is due to their relationship with the Supreme Lord. A soul is always blissful and eternal. The super soul is present in all bodies without distinction. Hence, a Vaishnava, when he is attached to transcendental super soul, he becomes equal to everyone. Srila Prabhupada perfectly exhibited this sublime quality and was thus the ideal representative of Lord Sri Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who desired to flood the entire world with love of Krishna. He was constantly immersed in distributing their mercy to everyone, and he humbly requested his disciples to assist him in this effort. So here I would like to quote an instance from Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. One evening in July 1966, while Srila Prabhupada was lecturing at 26 Second Avenue in New York City, an old derelict staggered into the storefront, put 2 rolls of toilet tissue in the bathroom, set some paper towels atop the sink, turned and staggered out. Being equal to everyone, Srila Prabhupada was undisturbed by this man's odd behavior, and he appreciated the spark of devotion shining through. Just see, said Prabhupada, he is not in order, but he thought that here is something, let me give some service. Just see how automatically it comes. This is natural. So like this, Srila Prabhupada exhibited the true Vaishnava qualities. A Vaishnava sees everyone equally because he sees that all living entities, although in different situations, according to the results of the fruitive work. Thus, they, in all circumstances, remain the servants of God with the vision of equality. He remains in perfect Krishna consciousness, and he works to get all the living entities back home, back to Godhead. He doesn't see any living entity as an enemy or friend. Instead, with a broader vision, he sees that everyone is part of Krishna, as confirmed by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jivera Swarupa Haya Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.108. The Vaishnava not only gives up duality of man and animal, but he also gives up the duality of man and woman. And instead, he sees each and every living entity as a spirit soul who is suffering in this material world due to his past deeds. With his equal vision, he is not affected by any dualities of this material life. Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 11th chapter and text 13 says as follows. The Lord is very satisfied with his devotees when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship, and equality. By doing so, Vaishnava becomes free from all material conditions immediately. SB 9.4.6 says, as chaste women bring their gentle husbands under control by service, the pure devotees who are equal to everyone and completely attached to me in the core of the heart bring me under their full control. A Krishna conscious person therefore has a perfect vision of material diversity and spiritual unity at the same time. He is not foolish and impractical, awkwardly straining to see all creatures as one in all aspects. He recognizes diversity. This spiritual vision is not abstract or theoretical. As we advance in realization, our vision becomes purified, and this spiritual vision becomes natural part of a devotee's life. As a miserly man sees money everywhere, a Krishna conscious person whose consciousness is focused upon Krishna becomes eligible to see Krishna everywhere. And because he sees Krishna everywhere, he sees within Krishna the true equality of all living beings. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda personally taught us how to be equal. Lord Nityananda even preached the most abominable souls like Jagai Madai. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sri Ramananda Raya, he was overwhelmed with ecstatic feelings. Sri Ramananda Raya belonged to a low caste, while Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi. Mahaprabhu didn't judge Ramananda on account of his background, but on account of his devotion. To develop this quality, if we are aspiring to become a devotee, we should firstly be humble and gain knowledge from senior Vaishnavas and Guru. And secondly, develop the attitude of to accept all dualities in life, be it happiness or distress, Thirdly, one must inculcate the service attitude in one's life. One should come out of this bodily concept, then he develops the quality of equal vision. When one is situated in this transcendental form, it is possible for a devotee to distribute Krishna consciousness to others without being biased. He will become more compassionate to all the living beings. Hare Krishna. I thank you, Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity to speak about the qualities of Vaishnava. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So thank you very much for the nice, short and nice lecture or the insights into being equal to all. So I request all the devotees to say a big Haribol to Her Grace Rangavalli Mataji. Haribol!
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 Okay, so now we'll move to the next part of the program, which is the sharing of realizations by the BB members. So we have a couple of them lined up. So actually, Srikanti Mataji, if you can just take on, and then the BB members of His Grace Bhima Chitta Prabhu's sector will share the realizations today. So over to you. Srikanti Mataji, so are you, I can see you are dialed in.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, then was pronounced so we can hear you. So I think maybe Prabhu needs a little time. So meanwhile, as they gear up for that, just wanted to add here that the last few weeks we have had BB members who are coming and then sharing their realizations based on whatever they felt with respect to the class, the approach, the philosophy, or even the way things turned out for them, the changes that they have seen, so on and so forth. So this is a wonderful platform to share that. And it's quite inspiring for others to learn these things from the devotees firsthand. So this is the purpose. I request all the sector leaders, all the BV members who are here on the call to kindly make yourself, I mean, if you could share your experiences when your turn comes, it would be wonderful to hear from each one of you. So, Bhima Chitta Prabhu, are you ready, or is your team ready, or you need some time?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavatram. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Hare Krishna,
All
yes.
the Vaishnavas, Dandavatram to your Hare Krishna. So I think it is, and we having a group of Bhagavatam devotees are attending and every Sunday, and it is about Kala Mataji, and as well as Jai Shri Mataji, Neetu Mataji, and as well as also Rukmaya Pandit, Raghav Pandit Das, as well as around 6 devotees, Jai Shri Mataji, and all are attending the Bhagavatam class. And also in addition to that, we are having the Bhagavatam class in Qatar from Mataji, Tita Mataji, and Ramu Prabhu and other people are participating in every Saturday evening. And also Kannada Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita class for the Mataji mother, Tita Mataji's mother, and their relatives, and especially his mother, and as well as auntie and other people are in Kannada Bhagavad Gita, and every Tuesday evening 7 p.m. And in Bhagavatam for Qatar, Gita Mataji and Ramu Prabhu and other people are on Saturday evening, according to Mataji. And also, Srikanti Mataji is conducting the children's club for and every Thursday, 6 children are 11 children are participating. In addition to that, also from our own family, and Sunday evening, we're having Kannada Bhagavad Gita, around the 6 people are participating. These are all the just what I am which we are going on here. And I would request to Kala Mataji to share their realization.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam devotees. We are having, I'm a part of, under the guidance of Prabhuji, I'm a part of the Bhagavatam group, which is happening on Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. And Prabhuji has been doing it, I think, for the past 1 year. We are having regularly class on Sundays. And 5 members are there, as Prabhuji told. And sometimes my daughter and Neetu Mataji's daughter also tune in to read into some of the Bhagavatam shlokas. And the more part is that Prabhuji is describing at times, especially during any of the festivals, Prabhuji is also giving focus on how to do it, how to observe the Ekadashi Vrata or something like that, specifically on that, what all things to be done regarding to the deity worship, as Prabhuji is in an expert in that. Prabhuji is under the guidance. We are also getting some insights how to do and what all things to be done and what not things not to be done under his guidance. So this is how the Bhagavatam class is there. And Sriti Mataji is here, and Raghav Pandita Prabhuji is also there. So I would like to.
Yes. Tripti Mataji can.
Hare Krishna to everyone. Dandavat Pranam. I am blessed that I have met Bhima Chitra Prabhuji and I have joined the Bhagavad Gita class. And it is when I read as such, where alone I won't be able to read the Bhagavad Gita. But now every Sunday I am joining his class and reading, and it's really very interesting, and I get so much knowledge about the life. And every time he guides us for how to perform a puja, how to perform different rituals, like follow Ekadashi Prat and all. So it's very informative, and we are following it. And he always guides us how to go for these pujas and all. So it's very interesting, and we are following that. And I thank you, Prabhuji, for guiding us so nicely. Hare Krishna.
Raghav Pandit Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Raghav Pandit Das. Hello. So now I would request Geeta Mataji from any other Mataji, Kala Mataji, they're on live.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Padmini Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Venugopal Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, since lockdown, nearly approximately 1 year, we are attending Bhagavatam class, my and my Prabhuji, every Saturday evening at 6:30, Mataji. So now my Prabhu is also, he also got the taste of Bhagavatam through Bhima Chitra Prabhuji. Now he is interested in to read all the Bhagavatam and purports regularly. And we are blessed by Bhima Chitra Prabhu. He holds Mataji and Prabhu, they hold our hands and keep in Krishna service always, Mataji. Since last 20 years, we are with Prabhu only. He is like my father. He is guiding in serving to Krishna, how to serve and how to give pleasure to Krishna. and also my mother and my auntie and some of my family members are attending every Tuesday evening 7:30 Bhagavad Gita session in Kannada, Mataji. Now also my mother is very happy, and she is very happy, Mataji, because now she is understanding Bhagavad Gita, how to read Bhagavad Gita, what is the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita, and now we are in second chapter, and she is very interested what is the soul and what is the gross body and subtle body and what is the material world, and every this now she is understanding very particular way, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. It was wonderful
Thank you,
to know that you're all benefiting so nicely and feeling so happy.
Thank you so much, Mataji, Gita Mataji, Rama Prabhu, and also your mother and family members, and Krishna bless you always. And now, also we had our family members from Tumkur. They are also attending every Sunday evening time Bhagavad Gita. Now we started recently on request of our all family members, and so there are around 6 people also. They're all family leaders. They're attending every Sunday evening, 1 hour, 7 to 8 p.m. and every Sunday. And my brother is Satyanarayana, Srinivasu, and Murthy, and Kavita, Manju, and all of them are Satyanarayana, and all of them are participating in every Sundays around 7 to. I sent a link. I don't know. None of them came to link. I just sent only just now. Sorry, Mataji, for that. And I I did not inform them in the yesterday night itself. Now, so they're also participating. Now I'll give to Srikanti Mataji. She will conducting Gita class.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji, our children class, children is, 11 people, children are coming. They're very interesting. They're telling now we can start for Monday also. More people are coming like that. I said, you see, first you call from Friday, Thursday. Then we go, after that, if more you can talk Monday, you can keep like that. Now, you see, Mataji, they're very happy. Then we are celebrating each children's birthday celebration, and they will do yearly Ratha, Jagannath Ratha will do also at home. Now the children are telling, ma'am, you will do the road. They will arrange, they will bring all the material. We do in June. Ratha will come, Mataji will do in the road like that. They are telling. They are very interesting. All children, 11 children are there, and like that. They all are now everyone participating Gita slokas, everything. Now again last 2 weeks another 3 people came. Now for them I'm teaching for slokas. They coming. I want to cover them. What before I told thought for children. Now they're coming before 15 minutes, 20 minutes before they come. Then again I will repeat for the beginning from them. Slokas teaching for them. Then not only Bhagavad Gita I'm teaching for Narasimha Arti, Tulsi Puja I'm teaching. First we will do Tulsi Puja and then Bhagavad Gita lecture and Brahman Samhita and Bhagavatam some stories, Bhagavad Gita, some moral of stories, Bhagavatam stories like that. I'm teaching for them that also. Yes, they will be very interested to listen story also there. And after that, painting also. Painting I will take paper, drawing sheet, they'll do painting. Up to 7th standard, up to 7th standard children, LKG to 7th standard. Thank you, Mataji.
Haribol, thank you very much for that report. That is the. Yes, Prabhu, you're saying something? Bhimachita Prabhu. I want to mention that there, I mean, each Bhakti Vriksha has, or a sector has got its own, speciality and so on. And this Bhimachita Prabhu and Srikanti Mataji, their fortes are, of course, the devotees, even on Zoom, they mentioned that they are learning a lot of practical knowledge apart from the this thing, from the scriptures about practical devotional services and so on. And apart from that, of course, the COVID is not allowing them to fully manifest their this thing. They're very, very loving and very caring for their people and give the very, the warmth and this thing. So they feel part of a family. And Mataji is fantastic in cooking and she loves to cook. So that is another added advantage and in their thing. And of course, once the COVID is over, I'm sure then they will benefit even more by all these personal exchanges and prasadam. And of course, so all the deity worship, so practical devotional activities. Maybe I think for the initiates now, there are the initiates and aspiring people and Guru Ashray people. Maybe you can teach some things like practical devotional services, deity worship, and maybe Ekadashi. I will think of the thing. So that will be very nice if you can do that, Prabhu, because we need to really train and initiation has to happen soon. We have a few candidates, so maybe you can do that. Yeah, thank you very much for your wonderful services. Hare Krishna.
So thank you, Bhimachita Prabhu and Srikanti Mataji. Just wanted to also inform that this is an ongoing thing. I mean, this is for the benefit of all of us who are tuned in. This is an ongoing thing. So we will have turns, by turns, people will be having an opportunity to kind of request their members to talk and share the realization. So even if we don't get all of them together in one time, we can always consider the ones who couldn't speak in the coming weeks. So when the turn comes up, so please keep that in mind so that whenever the turn is coming, then we could reach out to them to dial in and then to also share the realization. So, and this is for everybody, all the sector leaders. So,
and also
okay.
Along with Bhakti Vriksha leaders, we also want to have children's programs and their teachers also, because they're also a very integral part of our community, and we have some very, very nice, I mean, all children and all the groups are very enthusiastic. So we want to meet them and encourage them, and then there's a good chance for the parents also to attend. So we also request, teachers of, I mean, they belong to the sectors, but along with the Bhakti Vriksha leaders, you can also bring your Krishna Club teachers.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
And with the children also, that will be nice.
Yeah. So I think maybe we could have a couple of elders talking and then one or two children from the club, Krishna Club talking. So that will be a good combination to have every week.
Mataji, I want to tell Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, what?
Mataji, I want to plan for Miss Eva. Now we are recording. We want to pray for Gorangama Prabhu. I'm praying for Goranga Prabhu. Let me start ladies Bhagavad Gita in Kannada in our area.
Very nice. Okay, wonderful. We'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for the success of this program and all your programs. We'll chant for the success of their sector.
Yeah. One thing, our children are very fond of prasada. They will tell you, my man, you can make it next week like this. Everything that is cake, sandwich, pizza, like that.
Yeah, that is our, see, that is what, during COVID, we have missed out on that. That is our...
They will come to home only.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. 1 minute, I'll give to Prabhu.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, that was
Yes,
But
that was enough.
actually, apart from this, any children is suffering from what is called as autism, mental retardation, and dyslexia, reading problems, slow learning problems, and also there are students are coming to be from MNA Institute here, the opposite of our house. There is an institute called the teachers, the children and the teachers that are coming to be for the counseling. The children who are suffering from autism, dyslexia, mental retardation, slow learner, and various stress disorder, even COVID stress. I got so many patients with COVID time because of this. Any of these child psychiatric problems and any of the issues like that, I will help them uh, to 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 support their how to take care of the child. Like this. Some children have problem with mathematical problems, speaking problem, writing problem, and then slow learner. So this type of children also some of them are coming is opposite to our. There is one MNI Institute is there, and another Ashoka Institute is there. Some parents and teachers, sons, and some of they are coming to me, and that also whatever the little bit to help them. Giving every Tuesday, every uh, one, 2, 3 children are coming, and between 5 to 6 around. Uh, Before I'm starting Bhagavatam class, they're coming for 1 hour, so they also they're participating in this type of problem, psychological
Oh,
issues, mental problems. That's problem.
oh, wonderful. That's
If
very nice
anybody
service.
wants some sort of a children problem with the learning, reading, speaking disorder problems that are anything, if they no need of coming, I can guide them in the online also. If any of them.
Yeah, Bhimachita Prabhu is a professional. He's a professor in psychology. So psychiatry.
In Acharya Institute.
Here also, he's working for many years. He was working in the Gulf, and now professor in which college?
Acharya Institute, Science Madaji here.
Okay.
Here,
So, okay, so he's professionally qualified. So if you have any children with such disabilities, and they can be treated for their that disability and also in Krishna consciousness. So that's a nice this thing. We can, if you make a banner, then we can, in WhatsApp also we can forward it to many people.
No, banner is a problem, Mataji. That become too much. Then our problem.
Okay.
Actually, in the Mataji, they're in the directors of this Acharya. They're asking me to do puja and all these things. We did an extension program, and I did not share with you. We had a Narayana Rudayalaya, which is belongs to Adi Chimchinikeri, nearby college. Around there are 25 children, 30 children. We had organized the program, did the Krishna Bhajan and all these things, and for those children, the Narayana Rudaya year, Narayana Mandir, it belongs to Adi Chimchinikeri. They're all children are staying there, and then with all classes are available for them and managed by the Adi Chimchinikeri. For them also, here very beautiful place. There's a temple called Dattatreya temple. Everything is a very beautiful temple, very nice ashram, and they're also with touch with us. And we also during the Jayanti, and we do go there and do the preaching to those children also. At that time, Acharya Institute itself, people are asking me to do the perform many puja comes. They were asking me to perform the puja.
Oh, very nice. Very nice outreaches. Very good.
Not sorry, I'm not boasting. Just it happened, and I told you. That's all.
Okay. And now, of course, we hope to have one physically also when Yajna starts. I hope that will really catch on. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. All. Yes.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. Yeah. So I think we have coming to the end of the program, today's program. So taking this opportunity to thank each one of you for participating in this program, and then kindly look forward to the rotation seva allotments that come in the WhatsApp group, so that you will know what is it that is coming your way for the coming week. So we'll try to send that in the mid of the week so that everybody is better prepared. So let's take it forward that way. So thank you once again. Mataji, there is nothing from our side, then we can stop here.
Okay. So Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva pattanam Ananta Koti Vaishnavi ki jai. Very good. Have a wonderful week ahead.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, and then to all. Thank you.